Good Margaret, run thee to the parlour. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice, proposing with the prince and Claudio. Whisper her ear, and tell her I and Ursula walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou overheardst us, and bid her steal into the pleached bower, where honeysuckles ripened by the sun forbid the sun to enter. Like favourites made proud by princes, they advance their pride against that power that bred it. There will she hide her to listen our propose. This is thy office. Bear thee well in it, and leave us alone.
I'll make her come, I warrant you, presently.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made, that only wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice, like a lapwing, runs close to the ground to hear our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish, cut with her golden oars, the silver streaming, greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the woodpine coverture. Fear you not my part of dialogue.
Then go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new-trothed lord.
And did they bid you to tell her of it, madame?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedick, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full and fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
O God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they took on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape nor project of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so, and therefore certainly it were not good. She knew his love, lest she make a sport at it.
Why, you speak the truth. I never yet saw a man, how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured, but she would spell him backward. If fair-faced, she would swear the gentleman would be her sister. If black, why, nature, drawing of an antic, made a foul blot. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If low, an agate very vilely cut. If speaking, why, a vein blown with all winds. If silent, why, a block moved with none. So turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchaseth.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
No, not to be so odd from all fashions as Beatrice cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oh, she would laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit. Therefore let Benedick, like covered fire, consume away in his sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death than die with mocks, which is as bad as die with tickling.
Yet tell her of it, hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedick, and counsel him to fight against his passion, and truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong! She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit. And as she is prized to have, as to refuse, so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
He is the only man of Italy, always, except my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madame. Speaking my fancy, Signor Benedict, for shape, forbearing, argument, and valor, goes foremost in the report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it, ere he had it. When are you married, madame?
Why, every day, tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires, and have thy counsel which is the best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's limed, I warrant you. We have caught her, madame.
If it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
My eyes, can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such, and Benedict, love on! I will requite thee.
taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in holy band, for others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly.
I do but stay till your marriage be consummate, and then I go toward Aragon.
I'll bring thee thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Nay, that would be as great a soil in the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. I will only be bold with Benedick for his company, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot he is all mirth. He hath twice or thrice cut Cupid's bowstring, and the little hangman dare not shoot at him. He hath a heart as sound as a bell, and his tongue is the clapper, for what his heart thinks his tongue speaks.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
I hope he be in love.
Hang him, truant. There is no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched with love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have a toothache.
Draw it.
Hang it.
You must hang it first and draw it afterwards.
What, sigh for the toothache?
Where is but a humor or a worm? Well, everyone can master a grief, but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love.
There is no appearance of fancy in him, unless it be a fancy that he hath so strange disguises, as to be a Dutchman today, a Frenchman tomorrow, or in the shape of two countries at once, as a German from the waist downward, all slops, and a Spaniard from the hip upward, no doublet. Unless he have a fancy to his foolery, as it appears he hath, he is no fool for fancy, as you would have it appear he is.
If he be not in love with some woman, there is no believing old signs. Brushes his hat o' mornings, what should that bode?
Hath any man seen him at the barber's?
No, the barber man hath been seen with him, and the old ornament of his cheek hath already stuffed tennis balls.
Indeed, he looks younger than he did, by the loss of a beard.
Nay, rubs himself with kibit. Can you smell him out by that?
That's as much as to say the sweet youth's in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
And when was he wont to wash his face?
Yeah, or to paint himself, for the which I hear what they say of him.
Nay, but his jesting spirit, which is now crept into a lute string and now governed by stops.
Indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude he is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
That would I know too, I warrant, one that knows him not.
Yes, in his ill conditions, and in despite of all, dies for him.
She shall be buried with her face upwards.
Yet is this no charm for the toothache. Old Signor, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
Okay.
For my life to break with him about Beatrice.
'Tis even so. Hero and Margaret have been played their parts with Beatrice, and then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
Cat's just looking.
Lord and brother, God save you.
Good e'en, brother.
If your leisure serve, I would speak with you.
In private?
Please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not, yet let appear hereafter and aim better at me. By that I now will manifest, for my brother I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart hath hope to effect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labor ill stowed.
Why, what's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, in circumstances shortened, for she has been too long a-talking of the lady is disloyal.
Who, Hero?
Leonardo's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse, think you of a worse title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight,
and you shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her, but if you better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think of it.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more, heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, well, I should not marry her. Tomorrow in the congregation where I should wed, there will I shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly, but till midnight let the issue show itself.
O day unoutwardly turned! Mischief strangely thwarting!
You what?
O plague right well prevented! That is what you will say when you've seen the sequel.